Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Alan Krebs. Um, Beforehand, I apologize. I'm from Argentina and I got a little bit of an accent. So hopefully you guys can understand my accent and can enjoy my video. I'm gonna talk about TypeScript. What is TypeScript? TypeScript is a coding language that was created by Microsoft in 2012. Uh, it was created to help developers to write and create a better and more reliable code. TypeScript, it's a superset of JavaScript. This means that you have all the features from JavaScript and some extra features that you can use, and they will help you. Those features will help you to write a better code and help you to improve on your coding. Um, TypeScript's got something called static types. This means that um, you have to define what types of data, like a number or a string, a variable will hold when you write your code. This will help you to catch errors before even you run the code. Uh, why do we want to use TypeScript? TypeScript will improve um, the code quality because you will define the data types, so it's easier to detect, to spot mistakes while you're coding and not waiting until you have to run the code. Um, TypeScript is a better tool since you can work with common editors like Visual Studio Code, and combine it will give you some suggestions while you're running the code, and it will help you to find mistakes and and will tell you what to do and what not to do. Um, with TypeScript, you have the benefit of scalability. You can create larger apps. Um, it will create a better structure and a more organized code, and it will help you to create larger applications. To run TypeScript, we will need to download Node.js. So if we go to the website nodejs.org, it will give us the option. It's free. And once we're pressing here, we decide if it is for Windows, we can download it. And once we download it, we have to do a few things in the terminal. Um, you can find those instructions. I didn't want to use all the time, so I will suggest you to Google. I just found this web that has some instructions of what you had to do if you have Windows to install TypeScript and and all the packages and all the stuff that you had to type on the terminal, either if it is Mac or your Windows. Once you do that, um, you will be able to use it with the Visual Code Studio. You're gonna create a new file. So we start from scratch here, and we're gonna call it tutorial dot ts. Once we create this file, um, we can we can start coding here. I'm gonna run a simple code here. Uh, let's see, and if you see it's similar than than JavaScript, this moment I can create a variable, but the difference will be that I have to assign the type of variable this will be. So I'm creating a variable that is greeting, but I'm telling it that it will be of type string. So whenever I start writing something, uh, it will let us because I assign it a string. But let's see what happens if I assign something else, like a number. It will give me that red line under it, and it will tell me type number is not assignable to type string, and tell you this variable is a type that is a string. Right now, it's a simple example, but when you're running larger applications, I'm pretty sure it can be handy. For example, let's say again, um, look, there you go. We create this. But let's say we're running in the different code, and then we want to assign this a number. By accident, we want to use this. We're the oh, it's missing the G here. Yep. If we go in here, it's telling you again, no, you cannot do that because this is a variable of that a string type. So you cannot. So maybe if we write something else, but there's a string, it will let us and it won't give us any mistake. So if we go, we want to try what's saving here. Um, type console.log. I'm gonna save this. Let's see what it does. To execute the code, we need to first transpile it. The way we're gonna do is we type npx tst and then the name of the file. In this case is tutorials.ts. This is not to execute the code, but is to transpile the file. So once we press enter, let's see what happens in here. Well, I don't know what happened. Tutorial. Sorry, I typed tutorial. I press enter. Okay, sorry about that. Uh, it will create another file. I don't know if you were paying attention, but now we have the file that is TypeScript file, and we have the tutorial JavaScript file. Because what it does is it transpile the code into JavaScript. If you want to see, I can open this one, and you will see this is pure JavaScript, and it does it this way so we can use this file to whatever we need to do with it. Now, if you want to test if the file is working, we have to type node and then the name tutorial, and then shoot, node tutorial. But we're not going to use a TS file, the TypeScript file. We're going to use the JavaScript file. And once we run it, press enter, and then we're going to see that is displaying our message that we save. And the message is hello, because I rewrote the file, the variable. Well, and this is a simple introduction to TypeScript. Um, how it can be handy for you to understand why it is a good idea to learn TypeScript. I think it's a great idea because it can right now help us to write better code, but also not in this class, but in the future, we can use it on the server side. And since we already know JavaScript, uh, it will be really handy to know TypeScript because it will be easier. for us. And well, that's my class. I wanted to give you a short introduction to it. You can do more things with it, but this is a simple one. Thank you so much. Have a great day.